Hey, what's up, guys? Got another video for you. This is Tuned in Sports. If I can, not croak halfway through. My name is Bryson.
I'm Bennett.
Steve.
Don.
And today we've got the Week 8 preview.
Week 9.
Week 9. Yeah, see, I don't even know what the hell week we're on.
And it's week.
Yeah, it might as well be Week 17 for, the Eagles. But anyways, so we're going to break down our team's games for this week. Two of our teams have a bye week this week, and speaking for the Eagles, boy, all the bye weeks we can have, the better. I mean, I'm not saying I want some weeks off due to COVID, but please, if we can somehow have a couple more bye weeks, that might be nice. We got injuries all over the place, and I was kind of hoping that during the trade deadline they'd make an effort and try to sign some people. They had said, Howie Roseman had said that they were planning on being super aggressive, and apparently they were aggressive and sitting there and doing nothing because they didn't do anything. So anyways, we got a bye week this week. Rest of the schedule is extremely, extremely tough outside of our division, so we just need to rest up, get ready for the game, I guess. That's all I can say about that. Okay, but anyway, first actual game, the Denver Broncos are on the road at Atlanta this week, coming off of that beautiful performance last week.
Yeah, that one quarter performance.
Exactly.
Dominating.
Just goes to show, it doesn't matter how you play, it just matters how you finish.
Dominating performance.
Exactly. Looking great. But this will be a road game going to the east. So playing in Atlanta. So it's going to be not easy. So, but who knows? I don't know what to expect. This is again depends on which team's going to show up, who's going to be playing, who's not going to be playing. Who's going to come off the injury list, because if they do, that's only going to help. It'd be great to see Patrick back out there, which would give us another, at least our number one receiver for the season. But again, if everybody plays like they did in the fourth quarter, might be an all right game for us. Yeah. But Atlanta's, seem to be playing better, and it's at their high. Again, it's in a dome, so who knows what's going to happen. So
yeah,
again, total toss up.
Yeah, the nation has a 62.7 advantage percentage for the Atlanta Falcons, but I would assume that's mostly because they're at home, not because they actually have confidence in the Falcons.
They found some more votes.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is gonna be a pick'em contest. I mean, Atlanta, they've had decent spurts at times, but then other times look like they don't know what they're doing. They don't have they got a backup head coach, and they got some injuries as well, which doesn't help. But like we always say, every team has injuries. The Broncos, I think this is another one of those games where they have to win. If you look at the records of the team that they're playing, I mean, we talk about all the time how difficult the AFC West is. So when you have an opportunity against a team like Atlanta, who's struggling this year, this is a game that you have to win if you want to do something, make your way into the postseason. So we'll see, like he said, what team shows up. But
yeah, I would agree. I think it's crucial for the Broncos to get off to a quick start. No, I'm not suggesting Atlanta's got a steel curtain defense or anything like that. I think you can score on them. However, I don't think you want to let momentum get going the wrong way early. Like if Atlanta gets out to a 21-point lead or something like that, I think it's going to be tough sledding for the Broncos. However,
28-3.
If the Broncos can get off to a quick start and kind of control the things on defense, which all signs point to that they could do that. I like the Broncos' chances. I know earlier video I predicted the Falcons to win the game, but with that being said, I mean, it really is, like you guys said, it's a pick-em game. And I just think Atlanta's playing a lot better ball now than what they were at the beginning of the season. So it should be a good game. I'm rooting for the Broncos to win, but we'll see what ends up happening.
Yeah, as for me, I'm going to take the Falcons in this one. It is a pick 'em though, and just depends on what Broncos team shows up.
The Broncos definitely could give them all they want, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Like I said, I just think it's going to be crucial for them to get off to a good start. You don't want to get down 20-some points against the Falcons because, I mean, they're going to, in my opinion, they're probably going to keep scoring if they get off to a real quick start like that. So I don't know if the Broncos can score 40 points. My guess would be no. So, you know, like Don always says, it's usually 24 is the number if you want to be able to win. And I think, in this case, it might even be higher than that for this game.
Yeah.
So the over might be a good play this week. Possibly.
Which is exactly why it'll end up being 17-12.
Right? Yeah. Oh, 9-7. Wow. What a great offensive game. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I'm sitting here saying that, right? But, I mean...
I know what I'm betting.
In all honesty, I think, I still say, like I said, I just think if the Broncos can get off to a good start, where they're not playing catch-up right away, then I think they're going to be in the game all day and have a good chance to win.
Mm-hmm.
If they get down 21 points or something in the first half, it's going to be tough sledding.
Yeah. I believe in that same video, I picked the Denver.
Yeah,
didn't I?
You
I
did.
picked Denver. I'm riding with that still today. Like I said, this is a must-win game for them, and especially against an easier opponent, which they're not probably going to have too many of those left on the schedule. So much like last week, this is a game that if you have playoff aspirations, you have to have. It's a team you should beat based on the record, and I even take the record out of it. I think Denver's, well, if they're healthy, they're definitely, I think, all around better, but especially in the state that Atlanta's organization is in, I think Denver is a better team, and I think they'll win this game. I wouldn't be able to say the score. I honestly have no idea because Denver's offense is weird and Atlanta is just a strange team as well. But I'm taking Denver.
Yeah, like I said, what I said earlier, you just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, Todd Gurley could score a touchdown at the end for us, and then that way we can come back and win.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True.
I mean, whoever knows, and then we'll see. Hopefully the momentum and the swagger has gotten with Locke, and they can just carry that into this game too. That'd be great to see. But again, like I said earlier, we just don't know who's going to show up and what's going to show up. So I'm just going to say, since everybody's blowing leads in Atlanta and they continue to, so I'm going to let the homer flag fly, and I'm going to go with the Broncos on this one.
Boom.
With a 31-30 win. Probably a gooch field goal right at the end.
There we go. Yeah. All right, so speaking of bye weeks, Cincinnati has a bye week this week, and I think they're going to enjoy it because coming after that, they're going on the road to Pittsburgh, so an extra week of preparation couldn't hurt matters.
It's an easy win.
The part that sucks about it, though, is I kind of would rather play. I mean, after a good win against the Titans, I would rather go into that game with some momentum, But, who knows? I mean, rest doesn't always hurt, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
What's the streak you have against the Steelers right now? How many losses have you? How many times have you lost in a row? Like 11, I think.
Some ridiculous amount. I don't even think a number is worth saying because it's just,
It could be double digits.
Something, yeah, it's in the double digits somewhere.
I'm with you.
Yeah, well, the biggest number we need to be concerned about is Jennifer Love Hewitt bearing it all at 41.
Yeah, exactly.
For whatever reason, that ad always pops up on here while we're doing these videos.
Apparently somebody it's like Ghostbusters. Somebody thought it like, hey, wonder what Jennifer Love Hewitt's doing. Like, oh, hey.
Oh, she's bearing it all. Okay.
Nice job.
Oh man, it's so funny. Anyways, let's move on. Okay, somebody else do it.
It got you choked up there.
All right,
That.
we'll move into the.
She's bearing it all.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move into the Detroit at Minnesota game. Judging from what I think on this game is, I don't think Detroit's winning this one. I think Minnesota, after a good win against Green Bay, is going to carry on and get a win against the Lions this week. Dalvin Cook's playing some of his best ball. Now, I realize Kirk Cousins isn't the best QB, and I think overall that Minnesota's kind of underachieved this year, and I think they're beginning to get things on track with that win against Green Bay. So, I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings at home this week.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. You know, I said in the preview that I think Minnesota, like he said, might be getting things figured out. Unfortunately for them, I think it's a little too late. Because the NFC West is so tough this year, and then, you know, I would find it hard to believe that the Saints or the Bucks, whoever doesn't make it out of that, will not end up in the playoffs also in the wild card spot. So I just don't think there'll be enough spots for Minnesota unless they win the division. And I think they're pretty much going to be out of it here because Green Bay's only lost once, I think. So unfortunately for Minnesota, I think it's a little too late right now. But with that being said, I think that they're probably going to win this game. I think Detroit has a chance, but, you know, I think I even picked Detroit maybe in the preview, but that was before the Stafford potential COVID stuff. If Stafford's not playing, then I don't give Chase Daniel. I don't think he's going to beat Minnesota. But if Stafford is playing, then I'm going to hold on to Detroit winning this game. I'm going to stick with that. But if he's not playing, then got to go with the Vikings at home.
Yeah, totally. With this one, if Stafford's out, you've seen Chase Daniels play from Kansas City to Chicago to Philadelphia, right?
He's a beast.
He's good for a good 10 points. And that's about it, maybe.
Exactly.
So, again, if Stafford's in here, a different story, where I think Detroit actually has a chance with it. Because, again, at least with Detroit, it's consistent. At least I know what it is. Minnesota, I have no clue.
Yeah,
that's true. Is it the first, 6 weeks, or is the team that plays Green Bay? I don't know. But it seems like they're running the ball better and playing defense like they should have been doing. With it, but since when this is being recorded, it's such a question. If it is Chase Daniels, I got to go with Minnesota on that one.
I totally agree. I don't know what the status is. From what I understand, since it wasn't a direct contact, he would be eligible to play on Sunday. However, he can't practice with the team the whole week. Now, for most quarterbacks, maybe that means a lot more than I think it would with Stafford. Stafford's been there, he's played the Vikings so many times he can, probably name you all of the players off the top of his head. So I'm sure he has a pretty good idea of what they're going to try to do with him. And they are having virtual meetings anyways, and I don't think it's so much of a physical that he needs to be out there on the practice field as it is just the mental reps and going through the game plan scenario and stuff like that. My personal view on this game really comes down to Detroit needs to kind of continue with what they've been doing, which is getting off to good starts. it's going to be real crucial to get up on them early. And then, they brought in Everson Griffin, who was a Viking for quite a few years there. And he seems pretty motivated to to want to show up in a big way. And I'm hoping that he does, because if he can be the defensive pass rush that we're looking for on a weekly basis and be consistent in that fashion, Detroit just got a whole lot better in a hurry. Because that's the one area, in my opinion, watching these games that I've watched from Detroit, that the one thing that they lack is getting pressure on the quarterback. And you can only hold receivers for so long, and then the only way they're getting pressure is usually by blitzing. So if they can get one of these edge pass rushers, this Everson Griffin, if he can come in and provide that on a week in, week out, to where all of a sudden he's getting pressure on these quarterbacks without having to blitz, that means Detroit's gotten a lot better in a hurry. That doesn't mean that it's going to equate to wins, but my thought is that he could be a really big piece to this puzzle if indeed, this happens. Because that's the one thing that they've been lacking. They're not getting pressure. And I don't care how good your defense is, without pressure, you're not going to be, you're not going to win that many games. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. If Stafford's playing, which ultimately I think he will, I don't think he's going to miss the game. If he does play and they can continue on with what they got going on as far as getting off to early leads and stuff, I give them a chance to win. If not, well, the Chase Daniel era just begun, so we'll see what happens. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I've already seen David Blau's story, so I wasn't a big fan of that either. And let's face it. It's just
what wasn't there to like?
Well, the fact that he didn't have any wins was one thing.
Yeah,
he
that's a
came
big
in
one.
and lost every game that he played. Now,
Yeah.
it wasn't all his fault, mind you. He had some spots where he played well, but overall, he wasn't able to win games.
Well, let's just say there's a reason they brought in Mr. Daniel.
Yeah.
If he was doing the job, I think they wouldn't have bothered.
Yeah. So it's tough when your main quarterback goes down. I don't care which team you are. It's just a different vibe when you got backups in there.
Yeah, but they got the talent of the Chiefs, so they may be able to make up for some of the
according to Flowers,
deficiencies.
we got all the talent needed, so we'll see what happens. But I just think, again, if they can come out and get off to a nice start and, apply pressure, because in my opinion, Cousins can be rattled fairly easy. You get to him and he's a turnover machine. So, that's why I say if Griffin can apply the pressure that he was able to do everywhere he's played, then this could be a huge signing for Detroit. It could be one of the best moves they've made in a long time. So we'll see.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Yeah, there's only one quarterback that has more interceptions this season than Cousins. You know who it is? Carson Wentz. So
yeah, no, I was gonna say him, but
yeah. So, but yeah. Overall, should be interesting games. One last thing that I wanted to just touch on real fast is Mr. McCaffrey is coming back this week for the game against the Chiefs. Unfortunately, I'm not sure it's going to help him too much, but it will definitely be helpful for them moving forward, and hopefully they can put up a good performance and maybe knock him off. I'm sure he wouldn't be too upset about it if that were to happen.
McCaffrey knock off a Chief? Sure.
I could see that happening. I think Bridgewater is this way undervalued. I think that guy is a hell of a quarterback, and he plays well every week. And when you look at Carolina, you're not sitting there looking at that roster outside of McCaffrey and going, "Wow, can you imagine all the talent they have?" You're not sitting there doing that. You're going, "Who's this guy? Where did he come from? Yeah. Never heard of him. What number is he?" That kind of stuff. Then I'm not suggesting at all that Carolina has no talent, because they do. But my point is that there's not a lot of all-star talent on this team. And Bridgewater's come in really and played very well in a short time. And, I mean, he proved what he could do when he was with New Orleans. And, I mean, I feel like he's very undervalued, and I think he's one of the better quarterbacks going right now. Yep. And to discount that and just think that because it's the Chiefs they're going to walk through, I don't know. I don't see it. And the Panthers usually play pretty solid defense. So we'll see what happens.
I said in the preview I thought it was going to be a lot closer than or in the pick'em. I mean, I said it was going to be a lot closer than people might expect, but I still think they'll end up losing. But either way, it's good to see McCaffrey back out there, and so I decided to wear my jersey for this video. So, any final thoughts on anything, guys?
Just glad to have a bye week, I guess. I don't know. I mean, not really, because, we had not really excited to have a bye week just because, we just got off of a big win. Even though a good win is definitely a good thing to go into a bye week with. But
as opposed to a blowout loss or something.
Yeah, I would have much rather played this week, so.
Go Titans.
But, yeah, looking forward to next week.
How about you, Dad?
Go Titans. That's it.
Roll Titans.
Yeah.
Go Titans.
Nothing really too much. Just what we touched on earlier. So, we'll see what happens.
Yep, we'll see what happens. And Eagles players, when you're sitting down on your couches, please do so gingerly. We don't want anybody, pulling a hamstring, trying to, get something out of the fridge.
Getting up to grab a beer and some pretzels.
That's what I said in another video. Yeah. Pulling a hamstring, grabbing a beer.
I was gonna say, or pull Brian Greasy and trip over the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Plexico Burris and shoot yourself in the leg.
Off.
Yeah, let's not have any of that. We got enough injuries without people, using guns. But yeah, no, I mean, we'll see what happens moving forward. Rest up, and we got a huge schedule ahead of us. We got to play the Giants, and then it's like 5 straight teams of pain. So hopefully we can do it. All right, guys. Well, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. You guys know the deal. Comment if you have any thoughts on any of the games we talked about. If you have a team that we didn't talk about and you want to share your thoughts, drop it down in the comment section below.
We'll talk about them. Point and laugh. But we'll talk about them.
So make sure you do that stuff. And so with that being said, my name's Bryson.
I'm Bennett.
I'm Steve.
Done.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.